Today is October 23rd, 2024. My name is Rob Carr of Kalamazoo Right to Life, and this is Pro-Life Week. Well, this coming Saturday, October 26th, will be the first day that Michigan residents can vote in person early. Obviously, we've been able to vote absentee ballot for a few weeks, but if you want to vote in person before the November 5 election day, you can vote early in 4 different locations in Kalamazoo County. And I did list them in the Right to Life newsletter that you can find on our website at kazoortl.org. But I'm going to read them off right now, and I think I mentioned them last week as well. The 4 locations are the Kalamazoo County Expo Center, 2900 Lake Street, zip code is 49048. The second is the Portage Parks and Recreation Department, 320 Library Lane, zip is 49002. The Fetzer Center at Western Michigan University, 2251 Business Court, the zip is 49008. And last is the Douglas Community Association Building at 1000 Patterson Street. The zip is 49004. I'm sorry, 49007. These are the 4 locations where you can go in person and vote starting October 26th. And that's the day that Right to Life in Michigan is encouraging, recommending, really pushing that pro-life voters across the state vote early on October 26th and cast their pro-life ballots. So I'm just going to run through the people who Right to Life in Michigan PAC have endorsed, and there may be a little crossover by counties, but for the U.S. House of Representatives, Bill Huizenga is the endorsed candidate for the 4th District. But if you live in the 4 townships at the bottom of Kalamazoo County, Prairie Ronde, Schoolcraft, Brady, or Waukesha, you are not in Bill Huizenga's district. You are in the 5th District with Tim Walberg, who is also the endorsed candidate for that district. So if you live in those 4 townships and you want to vote early, you can still do that at those 4 locations. But remember, you'll be voting for Tim Walberg, not for Bill Huizenga. Okay. For the State House, Matt Hall is the endorsed candidate. Now, he's not the representative for most of Kalamazoo County, but he is on the far eastern townships, and he is the pro-life candidate, the incumbent, actually. If you live in, like, Van Buren County, like if you live in Matawan, maybe between Matawan and Paw Paw, your representative is Pauline Wenzel, and she is the endorsed candidate. She needs your vote. She does need your vote. Regarding the judges, the one judge we are really pushing today, or this cycle, for the 9th Circuit Court, it's a new judge position, is Miracle Willis, and she is the endorsed candidate. For the state Supreme Court, there are 2 positions open. One is to fill a partial term, I think 4 years, and the other one is to fill a full 8-year term. Maybe it's a 6 or 8-year term. I forget how many years it is. But Andrew Fink and Patrick O'Grady are the 2 pro-life candidates endorsed by Right to Life of Michigan PAC. They desperately need your vote. I've seen ads on TV for the 2 pro-abortion judges running, and they are very upfront. I will protect reproductive rights. They're coming out and saying that I'm not going to look at the issue or the law as written. I'm automatically going to vote pro-choice. So just remember that when you're going to vote October 26th is the start, and the early voting will run up until that, I believe, that Sunday before the election, so November 3rd. And then the 5th is the actual election day. But we really are encouraging everybody to vote early. This is a very, very important election. Like I said last time, everything that we hold dear, everything is at stake regarding the life issues. And even, I know this is not my issue and I don't want to get in trouble, but even in the area of transgender rights, girls or boys playing in girls' sports, even in those kinds of areas, the whole transgender issue, I see that as kind of like an offshoot of the life issue, because the life issue is really based on God's word. We are created in the image of God. We have that. I hate to use the quote from Nancy Pelosi. She was talking about the MS-13 gang members who were killers, and she said that they have a spark of divinity in them. Well, in the sense that they are children of God and created in God's image, yes. But so is the unborn child. So are babies conceived in rape or incest. So are women who are trafficked in the sex trade. There's a lot of things that are going on that is horrible. And when you deny the gift of life that God has created, and in the area of transgender, this whole movement is basically saying, God, you made a mistake. You made a mistake by you made me a boy when I should be a girl, or vice versa. That goes against everything that Christians stand for when it comes to the sovereignty of God. And God doesn't make mistakes. He does not make mistakes. So in that area, I know the Democratic Party, and especially Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, are very pro-transgender. They're very much in favor of boys playing in girls' sports. They really are. It's just you just can't get around it. And I know the Trump campaign actually has started to spend more money on ads exposing the Harris-Walz ticket for supporting that whole movement. And they're not talking about it. They're talking about abortion. And I understand Kamala Harris later this week is going to have some kind of a speech down south about reproductive rights. She is an ideologue. There is not one single restriction that she favors. Not one single restriction. And I just found out this morning that this coming Saturday, it has not been announced when or where, but this Saturday, Kamala Harris and Michelle Obama are coming to Kalamazoo. And so be checking the MLive website, be checking your social media or the internet to find out when it's going to be and where they're going to hold it. I'm assuming it's going to be an indoor event for security purposes. I don't think it's going to be in Bronson Park. It might be, but I doubt it. But just be aware. And, I know we have some yard signs, or not, maybe not yard signs, but signs that you can hold that are pro-life signs. And I don't know necessarily how people can access them, but just be aware that she is coming to town. And if you're going to go and protest, be respectful. Don't say anything that would make you feel ashamed or would reflect badly on the pro-life movement. But you can express an opinion respectfully and forcefully without being mean and wicked, I would say. You can do it respectfully. But just keep posted. She is coming, Kamala Harris is coming to Kalamazoo this Saturday. The same day that you're going to be voting early. It's the March to the Polls. Right to Life in Michigan is pushing the March to the Polls. It's important because if you vote early, your name is basically cleansed from the voter database, and then candidates will no longer have to give you a phone call or send you some information in the mail or go to your door and ask you to vote for them. It frees them up to go see other people, make other phone calls. So it is important, actually, financially as well as just numerically. So this Saturday, vote for your pro-life candidates. With that, I'll let you go, and I'll see you next time.